In this video, we're taking a deep dive into the golf swing still. We are going to go over that ever important takeaway. Let's do it. Hey everybody, Scott Hogan coming at you. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are going deep diving into the golf swing. So if you saw the golf yesterday, we had the Driving for Relief match. That was awesome to watch at Seminole. What a fantastic golf course. I mean, it's a place that's kind of had like this historic lore about it throughout the years. So it was awesome to see it on TV and be able to watch it. And let's just watch some golf. Let's see some fun golf and anything that's live. Anything that's live, we will take it. So excited. It really got me getting ready to go back out and play a lot more. Got me kind of motivated to do it. So I'm excited to start talking golf swings. Let's make our swings better so we're able to play and shoot lower scores. Also wanted to announce we have on Scott Hogan Golf our Stop Your Slice course. It's a video course where we take you through everything you need to know to stop slicing the golf ball forever. Also, we've got more on the deep dive of the swing. We're going to be going over the release later this week, so you don't want to miss that. And make sure you click that subscribe button so you don't miss out on that video. With that, let's get into the ever important takeaway as we deep dive the golf swing. So let's take a look at this then from a takeaway standpoint. Now, again, the takeaway was something that, I was told so much, hey, this is important, this is important. And I used to get shown pictures like, all right, hey, you got to get the club head outside of your hands and you got to do this, you got to do that. But that would be the only thing that was pointed out to me. And as I look back on this, I realized that I was missing out on so much information that I was focused on one thing and I wasn't doing the rest. And I still would struggle with my golf swing. It would lose power. I would not have the consistency I wanted. And I was really trying to figure out why. That's what encouraged me to start looking at the golf swing, because I was so confused because I would do anything to practice and get better, but I was feeling like I wasn't getting there and I kind of wanted to know why. So the takeaway is one of those areas that I want to look at, because you can have a lot of different takeaways. Look at the match that we just watched. You had Matt Wolff, Ricky Fowler, Dustin Johnson, Rory McIlroy. How different are all four of those takeaways and golf swings? They're fairly different as you're going through, but the takeaway has some non-negotiables that we want to have that's going to make you better, okay? So first things first, when we look at the takeaway, all right, we want to manage the club face, which means we're going to have to manage our wrists, hands, and arms, okay? Specifically our forearms, okay? Now, what do I mean by that? What do I typically see? All right, this is a pretty classic takeaway move. There's a lot of instruction about this move, but we will see this club roll flat. And what happens is your forearms roll the club in. Why that is an issue is because you are opening the face. And if you're going to come back and get that club face square, you're going to have to do a lot of work. Okay, I'm going to have to rotate back. It's typically going to require you to go over the top. And if you're not going to go over the top, it's going to require an ungodly amount of side bend, okay? Where you basically can't hit a functional shot, okay? So you're opening the face. You got a lot of work to get back to where you want to get to. So we obviously don't want to do that. What do we like to see? One, I like to see the elbows stay pointed towards the body. Just like when you start your swing, your elbows are pointed towards your body. I like to see them stay that way as you move back. What I like about when the elbows stay down is the club head is going to be farther away from your body than your hands, okay? I think that's an important relationship. Even when you start looking at hand pass in the transition, that's actually something that's happening as well. So just something that I would like to keep in a swing. The other thing is it starts getting the second part of our swing going. We need to get our body moving, okay? We have to get our body to start moving and helping out in the takeaway. That's usually where the big issues come, is if I just hands and arms it only, even if I bring it back and keep my club head outside my hands just like this, my hands have to move away for that to happen. I've ruined that relationship. Now weird things are going to happen. So as far as takeaway goes, keep those elbows pointed down and get your body to start helping you make it back. From there, it gets very easy to complete your golf swing and continue going. Now, the last thing that I see, and we start working on a takeaway, is we go into your lower body, okay? We go into the lower body, we start looking at how that moves. The one thing I see people try to do, and this is something they see like, old Tiger Woods used to do this. You used to see this a lot with older videos. You know, they used to have an article about Dustin Johnson and his X Factor, where they would restrict hip turn. Now, I'd be surprised to see in real 3D numbers for those guys how much they actually do restrict it. I know Rory McIlroy, he's not restricting it a whole lot. Watch his backswing, watch how his hips go. What you see is they let those hips release back. Now, again, some guys don't. That's how they've been taught to do it. Jason Day comes to mind. But what you do see when people restrict their hips, a lot more prone to back injuries. Jason Day also comes to mind for that. So what I like to see is, again, as we keep the elbows down, we let the upper body start to work, free up your lower body, and let it start to turn. What you're going to see is this trail knee start to straighten out, and you're going to be in great shape as you go. And then from there, you can just continue on to the top of your swing, and man, you are in good shape. You're going to find it very easy to get up to the top of the swing. All right, so those three things in a takeaway are what we like to see, what I like to see. I want to see those elbows staying down. I want to see our upper body starting to work together with those elbows being down. I think that becomes very easy if you do that. And then once you start doing that with your upper body, it does actually become pretty easy for your lower body to start working as well, getting everything to turn. So as far as a takeaway goes, again, I always see, I get the club in this position. You want the club here, you want the club here, you want the club here. There is a lot of ways to do that. There's not really one right way. There are some ways, though, that will make your life very difficult if you're not understanding the rest of it. Again, when I look at really good players, I see them doing those three things that we just talked about as a whole majority, pretty much, that's going to make them a better swinger of the golf club. So just takeaway wise, that's what we like to see. That helps you get set up for the rest of your swing and continue on going through. All right, so that's the takeaway. It's a very important part of the swing. I think it really can help you get the swing on good track. You're really gonna be able to get things moving in the right directions, and it makes things a lot easier as you progress through the swings. I always feel like the swing is always building on top of itself. If something's a little off at the start, you have to correct it somewhere in the middle, and then if you don't do it there, then you got more to correct at the top. It just starts to build on itself, and when you have to start correcting things throughout the middle of the swing, it can be a little bit cumbersome, and you're going to start making your variance. You're going to be a little bit more inconsistent as you start to hit the golf ball. So that's the takeaway. Hopefully this helps you. I know for me, it was something where I just kind of did things before I ever did a really deep dive into it. I just did things and said, okay, don't do this, don't do that. But I didn't have all the pieces, and it would always kind of fall apart as we would go play. So that's just hopefully going to help you with that takeaway. Again, we're going to have more on the release coming this week, so do not miss that out. Click that subscribe button. And with that, we will see you in the next video. Thanks everybody for watching. Peace.